website, you got everything up and going, Anthony?
Again?
Your website, you get all that stuff fixed?
Yes and no. I put a new CEO optimize or SEO thing to help optimize my site. It's like trying to learn calculus without a teacher or a book
Or
any
fingers?
knowledge whatsoever. So I'm tinkering around with it, trying not to crash anything. And the highest I can get my SEO score on individual items is a 30. And the top score you can get is 100. The overall website is 82, but I don't know if that's out of 100 or 1,000 or what. But I'm using this thing called Rank Math, which is a lot easier than Yoast. So I'm glad I got rid of Yoast because that thing was a calc cube.
Yeah, Yoast is hard.
It's hard, but but when you get there with it, I mean, it really is cool. It just takes a lot of work.
Yeah. Luckily, Rank Math is built kind of for dummies, so it's right up my alley. Oh, something sold.
Hey, we got that too.
So the site's looking good.
Hey, thank you. I redid most of the mobile version, which I'm a lot happier with. It's got a better graphic on it than blank. I was able to shrink the padding at the top. So when you land on the page, everything is right in front of you.
Yeah.
And I got a few more gray hairs because of it. If you can't tell, there's that one there and there.
Well, the thing like that'll take some time, like Brandon was saying, was like going into each of your product and putting more descriptive words in there so that they can be found in the search.
Yes.
Also.
Yes, I've gotten this SEO thing has gave me the lecture that all my descriptions are too short, but then it says use shorter sentences and simpler words. I'm like, come on, give me a break.
But that'll help out your regular search on your site. That also, so
Yes.
like if you do troll all of the different ones, or
I did figure out how to crack into Elementor and fix the copyright.
oh, cool.
That happened a few minutes ago, listening to an EEO brief for the Army.
Multitasking.
So you're using Element?
Elementor is what the site is built on.
Okay.
WordPress. It gives you a little bit more freedom or flexibility to modify things. And I encountered a company. I'll have to put the name out there on the VRV site. They will do a free screening of your site, and they will send you a video where they're actually going through your site and they're recommending changes on it. It's an SEO company in England. I got my video today. It was like 20 minutes long, and I listened to it. And they pulled a couple of random items, a couple of products, and said you can do this, you can do this. This is what the analytics are showing for it. So this may be something you want to go further on compared to what Google search is. So it's pretty in depth.
That's cool.
Was not what I expected. I expected these canned statements and hey, buy our service. They didn't even come to that yet.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
That's cool. Well, hey, so it's 8 o'clock Eastern. It's time to go. So just like always, let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves and briefly and talk about what you might need right now. And then we'll circle back around to our guest. So let's start with Adrian, man. What's going on?
Adrian, Caltex Designs. I don't have anything. I'm good.
All right. Trevor, what's up?
Trevor, Gold Star Holsters, and Chris over there. There she is. Nothing much tonight. Everything's going well.
Cool. Ashley, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. Ashley, Patriot Beads and Brass. I do bullet jewelry. I don't really have anything tonight. Stuff's going good. I got a show, not this weekend, but next weekend that I have to spend all this weekend making jewelry for. So
awesome. You'll have to put those details in the Facebook Live so everybody knows where to find you.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Brandon, what's going on, man? Deep South. Sorry. There's a couple of Brandons on here.
We going, there's two of us. Not much. Shop's almost done. We just gotta move everything over now. So we can get back to work on all of our orders and everything. We got new shirts that we posted this week. We got some coins inbound. Other exciting things that we can't announce yet.
I got my mask and I like it.
Where's my food?
Thanks, Customs Apps.
Where's my food?
Nice.
Go.
Nice.
I'm going to get food.
Okay, let's bring it over to Jenna from Regal Reflections. How you doing?
Hey y'all, I'm good. Sorry about not being able to meet up with you fellas while I was out in Wyoming, but unfortunately I had a couple sick kiddos back to back actually, so that kind of stunk. But not much going on here. First day of school started on yesterday and just kind of trying to get back in the zone.
Nice. Well, glad you're here. Anthony from Tactics to Toys. What's going on?
Not much. I'm Anthony, Tactics of Toys, designer toys and strategy games for the adult, not to be confused with adult toys. Believe me, I had that question put to me the other day.
Of course.
All's happy. New toys coming in on a regular basis, and I post them up on the site as soon as I can get them. So, yay me. And my basement's starting to look like a hoarder's basement, though.
It's like every other basement in New England. Bill Davenport, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much. We're doing good. I'm Bill Davenport with Anchored Coffee and Roast. So if you want some fresh roasted coffee, hit me up. But we're doing good. Here to support.
Awesome. Good to see you, man. Mike from Customs Apps, how you doing?
Doing good over here. Do stickers, decals, whatever you need. Just hit me up. Need any free samples, just shoot me over your logo and I'll send some right out to you. Sorry about the masks. I got to go check the PO box, make sure they didn't get sent back to me. They should be to you by now. So I'll go check that tonight.
Cool. And Brandon Gums, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good. Brandon with Finger Lakes Mercantile. I've been working with Brian Mashore over there with a few projects recently. And the shop recently expanded with a new sublimation printer. So now I'm doing photo panels, pretty much anything sublimation really, except for mugs. I don't have the heat press for that yet. So I'm still kind of, working to expand the printer capacity and heat press capacity a little bit as I go here. So other than that, it's been good.
Rock and roll, man. Michael from Summit Maple, what's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going? Mike Willie from Vermont up here, Summit Maple Farm, selling Vermont maple syrup and making it right here on our property, not to be confused with maple flavored corn syrup that you get in most grocery stores across the country. It's the real stuff. It's been pretty busy here. Most people think I just make syrup in the spring and the rest of the year is pretty easy. I've been cutting firewood, received a whole new equipment order in, so I had to build a platform to store our sap storage tanks, which actually weigh up to 20,000 pounds. So it's pretty big project. And then also this week we've got some guys coming out to put solar panels on our sugar house. So we're going to be solar powered here pretty soon. And that's it from me.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Good to hear from you. Let's see. Everybody's kind of switching around on me. Travis Arnold, how you doing, man?
Hey guys, I don't know if my internet connection is holding up or not.
Nope, it's not.
Yeah, my internet.
We'll come back to you. So we have this is a new face for me. Adrian from Levity Float. How's it going?
Hey, everybody. I'm Adrian from Levity Float Center. Actually, I just closed my float center. July of this year was our last month. We've been doing it for 4 years, and everything's been great. I accepted a contract position last year, and I travel 50% of the time. And I go out and train Army units on new equipment, engineers and EODs. And since we haven't traveled in 5 months, now I'm gone 75% of the time. So we decided to close down, but we're going to switch and support the VRV from Levity Float Center to Hope Physical Therapy, which was my parent company anyway. So as you guys know, I buy a bunch of your stuff. If you got it for sale, you can bet I'm going to buy it and post it up on Hope Physical Therapy. Proud member of the VRV, and I'm pimping it all the time. Justin knows that. So glad to be here tonight because I want to, they just opened up sports betting in Colorado Springs or Colorado. So we'll see what's going on tonight.
Right on, man. Right on. Let's see. Who am I missing? We got Four Best. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Gilbert, or as Justin says, fucking Alan. So yeah, Gilbert, Four Best, here out of Texas. Just getting ready to launch this new product that I got going on. This new knife that I got. I kind of posted up earlier yesterday or today. I can't remember. Fucking all my days are blending in. For a name of the actual knife itself. And I was going to throw out a t-shirt for the winner once I announce the winner on the 14th of August, which will also be the day after the 14th will be the launch of my new knife for my products.
Those look awesome too. Justin was just showing them on the screen. Nice. Nice. Well, good to see you, man. Who am I missing? I saw Yvonne here. Yvonne, how's it going?
Hey, doing good. Just a shout out. I shared out your Red Friday video, Justin, and it's getting lots of views on each of the pages. Like one of them, I just saw it hit like 300 and some views, but that was really cool too, because, we kind of assume that everybody knows what Red Friday is, but not everybody knows. So that was an awesome video to help explain what it is. But otherwise doing good.
Nice. Good to see you. Let's see. Travis, you able to talk now?
Can you guys hear me now?
Loud and clear.
I don't know what's going on with the internet, but I'll figure it out. Travis Arnold with Kason. Travis Arnold with Kason Shaving Company started up 2 months ago. And I will regrettably inform you that I've had my first case of a letdown. So I've been insane levels of success for the last 7 weeks. And I actually just got word back from AFES that they don't want to stock my product quite yet. So rejection happens, but live and learn.
Yeah, man. Gotta keep on going, get back on the horse, keep asking.
Yep, but on the other side, sent my contract over to the Marine Corps Exchange, and they're all on board. So funny how that works.
It's all in the name, right?
Yeah, my Army, they let me down. Marine Corps, they're backing me up. So thanks, Devil Dogs.
Nice. Well, happy for you, man. I think that's everybody. I'm gonna hand it over to Justin, and he's going to introduce our guest.
Right on. Thanks, brother. Yeah, so I'm super excited to announce Brian today because Brian sporting all of his stuff, which I got from him firsthand when I was down in Fayetteville. Brian was one of the ones that signed on to the VRV. I think I've told you some of you that signed on. When he got on, I was like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to help this guy out with getting off the VRV. And next thing he knows, he's connected with Brandon right away. Both Brandons now. He got all sorts of connections. And then instead of going to the NFL draft down in New Orleans last year, he ended up coming up to Fayetteville and coming out to our VRV social. And that meant the world to me. So it was super awesome. So without running my mouth anymore, Brian with Fantasy Sports Alliance, thanks for coming on, brother. Man, I got to teach you how to use that mute. There you go.
Now, man, I hope this is coming across okay. I know we had a lot of issues last night when we did our own show. And Brandon Gums is the video editor for us when we do our Facebook Lives. He's got his work cut out for him for his show last night. And I see a couple of you breaking up tonight already, but I don't know if that's on my side or your side. But cheers, everybody. Justin, everybody that's out there, thank you for having me on. Jason, appreciate it. I am Brian Bashore. I'm the CEO and Commissioner of Fantasy Sports Alliance. We are in our 27th year of operation right now. We started in 1993 when I was a freshman in college. It was just a way of bringing a group of people together while we were in the dorms, and it has just grown into something much more than that. It is probably the most consistent thing that I've stuck with in my life, even more so than the military and my wife, because I've done this longer than both of those put together. Like Justin said, we have this great story of when I reached out to him, I had already reached out to the veteran-owned business, and they weren't doing much for us. And my business partner at the time, Cheryl Storm, was trying to help me find other veteran organizations that we could reach out to get our name out there. And we came across the VRV, and I was real skeptical because we weren't getting much out of the VOB, so I didn't know what the VRV could do for us. But we had kind of perused his website a little bit and was looking for a couple of people that we might be able to bring on as sponsors for what we're doing in fantasy football. And it was actually Maggie Steinman, and I'm not sure if she's part of the VRV still or ever came on board or not, Justin. But she was the Georgia Rustic Candle Company. She's in the northwestern part of Georgia. Not too long after I moved from Fort Hood, Texas, over here to Fort Gordon, Georgia, I decided to go out and pay Maggie a visit, asked her to be a sponsor, walked away with a bunch of great product. On my drive back, which is 3.5, 4 hours, I saw Justin do a great little spot on Instagram, and I wrote him and I said, hey, great spot on Instagram. And he wrote me right back and said, what's your phone number? That was the only words that he said to me. He didn't say, hey, hi, whatever. He just said, what's your phone number? And I gave him my phone number. I'm like, what do I really got to lose? I'm on a 3.5 hour drive right now. And we talked the entire 3.5 hour drive all the way back to Augusta. And after that, love you too, man. And then right after that, I knew that this was something I wanted to be a part of. And like Justin says, he didn't know how he was going to be able to help me. He knew he was going to take my $100 though. That's what he did tell his wife. I'm pretty sure that he was going to get the money out of me no matter what. However, the connection with Justin has just been awesome. Every one of the sponsors that we have with Fantasy Sports Alliance right now all come from some kind of connection with VRV. Brandon Prince is on with us right now. Brandon Gums is on with us. There are quite a few names out here that I've seen because of this connection. So I can't thank him enough for that. So let me go back and tell you a little bit about Fantasy Sports Alliance. We are a service company. We don't really produce anything. We don't have a factory. We're not making pencils. We're not doing t-shirts, anything like that. For any of you that are drag racing fans, kind of think about this as you go into a racing event and just paying money for a ticket to go in and watch a drag racing event and then walk away from it. It's just a service organization. The way we started this, like I said, was just a way to bring people together in the dorms, and it just kind of evolved from there. We've been in continuous operation minus deployment years, which are the years that we took off. And we have grown from 8 small people to, I think this year we're sitting currently at 114, which is a little bit less than I would like us to be at for the year. But I do believe that the question mark of what's going on in the world of sports right now is keeping our membership from being as large as we would like it to be. However, we have delved into a couple of new avenues this year that have brought in new people that we wouldn't have been able to reach otherwise. But the whole basis of this, for any of you that have played fantasy football before or have not, we get a group of people together. We draft real NFL players, and based on what they do in the NFL season translates to fantasy points. Like say Yvonne and I are playing heads up against each other for the year. She starts a starting lineup. I start a starting lineup. Most points wins, and you do that for the whole year, just like any other sports league would be out there. The thing about Fantasy Sports Alliance with your membership, when you sign up, we give you custom logos. We give you the ability to have a shop where you can go buy custom gear with your logo on it. And then as of recent as last year, you're playing for cash at the end of the year as well. Previous to this, we just gave out prizes, trophies and stuff like that. However, we felt like that we were missing a very big part of the market.
And since the deregulation of gambling has kind of come along, depending on the state that you're in, fantasy sports for a season-long fantasy sports has never been considered gambling anyways. It's just the daily fantasy sports that's been considered gambling. However, that has been deregulated quite a bit as well. And I think we're able to operate in all but 5 states now. However, with me hosting everything where I'm at right now, it does not matter. I think I heard somebody earlier say they were out of Vermont. Vermont is one of those states that will not allow you to play fantasy sports. However, when you're playing through us, you're playing through the state of Georgia, so you're okay to do that. I believed in this business so much that in 2004, I decided to trademark the name Fantasy Sports Alliance with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office and was awarded the trademark. And then just 3 or 4 years ago, I turned it into a limited liability company, and we are running under that umbrella right now. And I think that's pretty much my pitch right now. We are sitting currently at 50 players for our redraft league out of the 96 that we would like to have for the year, which would max out the website that we play on. We created dynasty leagues for the first time, which are based on defunct professional football teams. So whenever you decide that you're going to, and that is it, Jason, is that your picture there as well? With the sweater on and the collared shirt on? Who am I looking at? That can't be you.
You were muted, so we didn't hear
Yeah,
anything
that's my
you said.
professional picture, man.
That doesn't even look like you. That's a good picture, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we decided that we were going to start Dynasty for the first time because that's also another market that we were missing out on. We started Dynasty this year with defunct professional football teams. Defunct meaning that those no longer exist or those teams no longer exist. We do a very deep dive to make sure that those teams are no longer trademark or copyrighted, so we can use their logos and their likenesses to be able to create stores for those individuals as well. And then the last thing that we came up with this year was a brainchild of another one of the commissioners that's really big in the fantasy football industry was the Arm and Leg League. It is a league that consists of nothing but quarterbacks and kickers and is sponsored by QB54. It is a great backyard game that's kind of like cornhole, except for with chairs and field goal posts. And they are sponsoring the champion of that league will get a set of their chairs, which usually retails for about $100. And that league does not cost you an arm and a leg to get into because it's only $10 to play in that league versus where it is $50 to play in the Dynasty League or in the redraft league, I'm sorry, and $100 to play in the Dynasty League. And I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions? I need to take a breath and a drink.
You know, you got to tell people how when you first started this bad boy before all the internet and stuff. I want to know how you were running this bad boy then.
Literally in 1993, there was no internet as we know it now. 94, 95 was really the first year as we know sort of the internet now. Even ESPN in 94 and 95 was the basic gray background website with nothing but text, no images, and hyperlinks, and that was it. So in 93 and 94, when I was living in the dorms, when I was trying to keep track of stats, I literally had to go to a little shopette that was inside our dorms and buy a USA Today every Monday and every Tuesday because there was no Thursday night football back then and calculate these stats by hand. And in fact, since we're so close to it, our first successful year was in 1995. And this is exactly how I did everything in 1995. This is me putting this stuff on a word processor, printing it out, grabbing a USA Today, hand jamming the stats that were on that, and then sending the results out by email or face-to-face by whoever played with us back then. We were unable to get through the 93 and 94 seasons due to English 101 and English 102 and all of the papers that come along with that. So we had our first successful year in 1995. And like I said, other than deployment years, we've been doing it every year since. Even during those first couple of years, when the internet really wasn't the internet, we did it across a thing called Pine. Some of you might remember Pine. And it literally had no way of doing a graphic on a website. So you didn't really know what stat belonged to a person. And I had a piece of paper with me that I would literally put up on a screen to line up numbers to make sure that I was getting the right stats for the right players for people. I refused to go to these WYSIWYG programs like Yahoo and ESPN whenever they started introducing fantasy football because I wanted to do it on my own. I did not want to do a WYSIWYG program. It really wasn't until 2004, I think, that we really started creating our own website and doing our own thing from there. Brandon Gums is on with us tonight. In 2015, we finally decided to get away from the WYSIWYG programs that we were using and created our own website to run the league, and that lasted for about 3 years. We've been away from that for about 3 years, again, using another WYSIWYG program, which is amazing in the industry, though, called My Fantasy League. It does a lot of things that I've wanted to do for the last 27 years that I've been unable to do with this league. And but we thought we were missing the marketing and advertising for FSA to get our name out there a little bit more. So I met Brandon through the VRV, and we are currently working on a brand new website. And I know Brandon won't let me do a share screen, or he won't do a share screen for me tonight to show you all because he really wants to keep it top secret until we launch it. But we are working on a new website that's going to be amazing. And it's just the first step in a lot of things that we want to do. Telling you all tonight, because we haven't released this to anybody except for the real close inner circle, where ESPN started off as a media conglomerate and then brought in fantasy sports. We've been doing this fantasy sports thing for the last 27 years. We are now dipping into the media conglomerate with a focus around fantasy football. Other guys that I'm surprised aren't on here tonight, Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast, which were also introduced to us by Justin, is a fantasy football podcast out there. We have decided that we're going to join efforts, and they have wanted to be under the umbrella of Fantasy Sports Alliance for the 2 or 3 years that we've known them. So they are going to be our flagship program now for Fantasy Sports Alliance, and we're going to bring on other media partners to go along with that, which is what the new website is going to do. Eventually, we will be able to do API calls to the website that we use right now and bring everything in-house. So when you come to the website, which is www.fsa-fr.com, you will see everything in one place and you won't have to go anywhere else for it.
Right on, brother. I'm glad you shouted out Empty Wagon as well. It's still fun to see you guys because I was stationed with Josh, like 10 years ago. So it's good to see you guys together, working together, man. It's freaking amazing. So that's sweet. Anybody got any questions for Brian here?
Can you tell us the site again? I'm going to put it in the Facebook Live for us.
Yeah, it's www, of course, .fsa Frank. What am I talking about? Foxtrot Sierra Alpha hyphen Foxtrot. Hold on. FoxtrotRomeo.com. Holy shit. The phonetics it's been a minute since I've done that. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha hyphen FoxtrotRomeo.com. There we go.
All
He's
right.
active duty Army. Come on, man.
Stop it, man. Stop.
I hear you, Lima Charlie, man. Got it.
Loud and clear. Gotcha. Yeah, like Justin said, I am still active duty. I just hit my 18-year mark at the beginning of July, which some of you that are retired already know that the end of July basically is when I could retire. I'm a 1 year from dropping my retirement paperwork. I did get my first look at Sergeant Major. They have changed the requirements of what that looks like now. So it was an order of merit list versus just selection or not selection kind of thing. And I didn't do very well on that order of merit list, at least not as well as I thought I was going to do. But I'm okay with that because what I don't want is the future commitment of what it does whenever you go to the academy and have to come out of the academy now. I came in the Army late. I was 27 years old. I just turned 45 2 days ago. It is time to go. It is a young man's game. And I'm ready for, I keep thinking the day after I retire that my body is just going to stop hurting, even though I know that's not true. That's what I keep telling myself, that I'm hoping that the morning that I wake up that I am retired, that I won't have all these aches and pains anymore. But there's still a possibility between this year and next year where the list won't actually get released of when I go to the academy, or could possibly go to the academy until December. And the timeline works in such a way that I still won't be able to drop my retirement paperwork before the next list comes out. So I still have the opportunity to be selected. And the way that the new Army promotion system is you cannot opt out. If they say you're going, you're going.
Yeah, and then you have so much grass to talk about and to own. You know, you have a lot of grass as a first sergeant, but as a sergeant major, it's like all of the grass, man.
What I don't understand is where do they learn about the grass? Because the academy's in El Paso. There's no effing grass out there. So where do they learn about grass is what I've always wondered.
Right?
But it's at the academy where you get your pet peeve. So some people it's grass, even though there's no grass at the NCO Academy, it's gravel. And that's where you get the rocks from. Everywhere and everyone else, they get their specific thing you get to focus on. I'm an academy grad, so you know I'm telling you the truth. You all sit around and war game about where you're going to focus your hatred on.
Yeah, ask Mac talked about it on my podcast, man. Donald McAllister. He's got a really good view on it though, man. Hey, I saw Brandon, I think, had a question. Deep South.
Ryan.
He muted himself.
Brandon, how are you?
Good, and you?
Hey, the shop looks great, man. I'm really happy to see that. So you gotta let me know when you're all set up. Invite me back up there again. I'll come up there so I can see you and the family again, so I can see the new shop. That's super awesome. Brandon is one of our sponsors this year. At least I hope he's still a sponsor this year. You have to let me know right here in front of everybody if you're still going to be on board this year or not. Brandon was there last year. He actually sponsored what's kind of like our Pro Bowl at the end of the year. What we were doing was he made these great set of custom wooden dice for me for something that we were going to do for the draft for that at the end of the year. And then he said he would come back and sponsor again this year one of our bowl games. The unfortunate part is, you know, like I said, with our numbers right now, we wanted to reach 96. We're sitting at 50. Something I should put out if you're interested in playing. The membership does close on August 16th, which is next Sunday, 10 days from now. So we will close it with whatever the number is that we have. At the very least, we're hoping to be able to reach 64 at that point. That's a good way to run competition is at the number 64. We'll be able to get 4 bowl games. We do bowl games just like it is at the college level. We have sponsor for those. Deep South Creation is one of them. And they give prizes to the bowl game winners for that. On top of that, we have Brandon Valenka, which I don't think he's on right now, from Nature Coast Tailgating. He has decided to step up this year as well. And he is going to be our World Championship bowl sponsor. Last year, he was a regular bowl sponsor where he gave a set of tabletop size cornhole boards, custom cornhole boards for the person that won that bowl game. Did the wrap on it for whatever the logo was that we created for that particular team. This year he stepped it up and he's going to give a full set of cornhole boards with custom bags, 4 foot by 2 foot boards for whoever wins the world championship. And it will be custom with whatever logo they want to put on it. So we really appreciate Brandon for being able to do that for us as well. A couple other sponsors that we have, Brandon Gums from Finger Lake Mercantile is also doing a sponsorship with us this year. He is also my video editor. So when we do our Facebook Lives, he is the one that edits all of them before they go up over on YouTube. Like I said, last night's show was a cluster. We had bad weather and bad connection. So God love him for whatever he's about to have to go through to put that one up on YouTube. And the last one is Southern Siren Sugar Scrub. She is one of our sponsors as well, MJ, and she's not on here tonight either.
Yeah, I got 2 things for him. Unless somebody else has something. But Justine this year, and 2, what can we do? Members, or are you needing more sponsors?
Behind me, my oldest of my 2 younger kids. Hi, baby. Bye. And I don't know if you all can hear me or not. We are getting really crappy weather all of a sudden, so I don't know what that's doing to the internet connection. Justin, can you say that again? I didn't catch you, bud.
Yeah, sorry, brother. That was the internet on my side. One is, how are you adjusting with the current changes of the climate with the NFL, with this COVID and everything? How is that affecting your business? And 2, what do you need from us, brother? As far as, are you looking for new members, or do you need any more sponsors for bowl items, and what comes in with all that?
So definitely the COVID thing is just wrecking the whole shape of sports right now between NBA and Major League Baseball. Probably going to affect NFL. We've put some thought into it. We have let our members know that if we don't play a certain number of games, we are okay with giving their membership back. for the 2020 season. However, if they would like to carry that over for the 2021 season, we will also hold on to that money without a problem as well. Doesn't really affect the redraft guys as much as it does the dynasty guys, because the dynasty pay and play into every year. The whole point of doing the dynasty. From the VRV family, members would be great if you could push out the URL to everybody. Sponsorship would also be great. So what we do is we have a set of things called the rivalry bowls. For those of you that know college football, kind of think about it as the Big Ten playing the Pac-12 every single year. Well, we have 2 of our regions playing the same every year. And those are the rivalry bowl games that we have sponsors for those every year. The dollar amount that comes along with those usually is a donated gift from the sponsor, and it's usually in the realm of $51 to $99. The reason being is they're already paying $50 in to play for the year, and the people that actually move on to the bigger championship, which is the ability to win that set of cornhole boards at the end, they're already guaranteed $100 if they go out in round 1. So we're asking for something $1 more and $1 less. So they get something worth back of their money, but not quite as much as somebody who's moving on to the bigger tournament. We would love to have sponsors for our other bowl games that are not the rivalry bowl games. Essentially, again, just like college is, as long as you finish 500 or above, you're going to play in a bowl game. And there's other sponsors that could come along with that. And the dollar amount in those is anywhere from $1 up to $49 or up to $50. What are you two doing over there? What do they have?
You still haven't answered my question. You talked for 25 minutes. Baseball.
What do you want to know? If we're ever going to do baseball?
Yes.
So the whole point of naming it Fantasy Sports Alliance in the first place was so we could bring on more sports. That was the idea, right? Then we got into this whole conglomerate with a Empty Wagon Fantasy Football podcast from the media side. Brandon, yes, eventually we're going to get to baseball. Is it my next sport up that I would like to get into? No, I would actually like to get into basketball first and then baseball. Although, and here's why, only because we have done baseball a few more times offline from the FSA umbrella. But from a logistical standpoint, from a competition standpoint, from the amount of work that I have to put into this standpoint, basketball is a whole lot easier than baseball. And that would be the only reason I would go there first versus baseball. And I know that every time I think about expanding into another sport, I think about you. Since our very first conversation, when you tell me you play baseball and not football, and I haven't been able to get you to join football yet, I think about that. However, from a logistical standpoint, I'm going to do basketball first, but we might be 5 to 8 years before we ever stretch into basketball.
Hey, Brian.
What you got?
So feel free to take a look. As far as sponsorship goes, I'll always help a fellow brother out here. Anything that you can see on the site, if there's something that you need for it, let me know. You got it.
I really appreciate it, man. I'll go out and check out the website and see what's out there. Like I said, we would love sponsorship for all of these things. I really don't know what the landscape of the league is going to look like this year. With only having 64 teams, 16 of those teams go to the big playoffs. An additional 8 go to the rivalry bowl games. Can't do math right now, but I think it's about 24 out of the 64 teams. So that really means only about 4 more other bowl games will be played this year. If you really think about it, the top 50%. I would absolutely love more sponsors, Justin. Yeah, that's one of the things I would like is more sponsors. But in all reality, what I really need to do is I would love to be able to get to that 96 members in the next 10 days. I know it's probably wishful thinking. But even just hitting 64 right now would be very, very nice. We have combined with all of our members that have played. We've had 209 unique players play with us over the 27 years. If you look at all the combined effort that's there, we have nearly 1,000 years of fantasy football played with those 209 people. 13 of those guys have played with us since all the way back to 1999, and I'm trying to get those guys even to come on board with us this year, and it's just been a little bit of a struggle. And I really do believe a lot of it is fear of whatever's going on with the rest of sports because of COVID.
No, one thing that I want to throw in there too. So we're VRV's like a sponsor, but I'm going to be throwing in a minimal of $50 towards this, and then that $50 has to be spent towards somebody that's listed VRV member listed on the website. So I think that'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, one of the things that I've been working with Justin, try to work on that, is I would love to get most of the members that play with us that are military right now or former military are Army guys. I think the only guys that are probably Air Force is the Empty Wagon guys. All three of those guys that do the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football podcast right now are active duty Air Force. We thought about doing was trying to get the other sister forces out there, sister services on board. And for somebody who wasn't going to make one of the bigger bowl games, the top two teams from other branches of service would play in a VRV military bowl with something donated either by VRV or, in this case, kind of like a gift certificate to somebody else that's under VRV up to a certain dollar amount. But like I said, right now we've just got Army and Air Force. I've got no Navy, Coast Guard, Marines in the league currently.
Hey, Brian, I want to jump in. It's Adrian from
you got, Adrian?
Former Levity, now Hope PT. First of all, your logo is awesome. So I want to know where I can get a hat. Second of all, congrats on the awesome career you've got. And before I forget, Jenna, I'll be in Savannah next week. So maybe we need to link up and just chit chat or whatever and hang out.
So it's awesome that you say that you're going to be in
Here's
Savannah.
on me.
So
all right, you got me.
So I'm actually going to be in Jekyll Island 14, 15, and 16. Yeah, it's right in between my birthday and the daughter's birthday. So we're heading down there to get a little, they finally opened up. We had general order number 1. It said we couldn't go further than 100 miles. They just opened it up and allow us to go 250 miles. I've told the chain of command, I hope they're not watching this, that we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're going down to Jekyll Island because we need to get away from this place.
Make sure you guys visit Driftwood Beach. I've got a ton of phenomenal pictures. And right now, I don't know if they've already removed it, but there is an overturned cargo ship, which rarely happens in the United States. So if you go see that, it's like a once in a lifetime type of ordeal.
Cool.
Thank you, Jenna. Yeah, that's like so Jekyll Island is the second favorite place in the world right now. And every time I go there, I'd have to go over to Driftwood Beach.
So Brian, my question is, The Rock just bought the XFL 2021. Are you going to expand into that?
So there's been some thought when the AAF was around, the original XFL when it was around. In fact, I'll have to show, I'll see if I can get my camera up here for you all. So you can see the rack that's up here. So that is probably my prize joy and collection right there. Those are all full-size actual helmets from all of the original XFL teams from the league that played in the early 2000s. Great story behind that. But yeah, we've thought about any of the other leagues that are out there about bringing that on. Some of those leagues, in fact, try to do their own fantasy football whenever they bring them up, but it's just never quite the quality of what you would get in like a normal NFL or ESPN. The problem with trying to play in a league such as that is the way rosters are built and the way starting lineups are built. And you probably know this, Adrian, because it seems like you have played before. When you're only playing in an 8-team league, it's very, very tough. Like, what are you going to play with? Is 4 fantasy teams is pretty much the limit that you can really have in something like that. You really have to have something that's more established with a lot more teams like an NFL with 32 to be able to do it. But would I love to do it? I would love to. One of the reasons that we started Dynasty was I really do want to make this an out of military career. I do believe that there's the possibility of doing it. When you look at, there are 53.7 million fantasy sports players in North America, and 70% of those play fantasy football. If I get like 0.01%, so 0.0001 with the amount of money I got, I'm making a couple $1 million off a membership a year off of that with the number of people that play, with the amount of money that people pay in to play fantasy sports. So we decided to do Dynasty for the whole point of trying to make this year round, because I couldn't justify to my wife that when I retire, I want to sit around the house and do fantasy football. But she could tell me that's only 4 months out of the year. What are you going to do the other 8 months? So now I got to find something to make this year round. So the whole point of the dynasty was to do that. The whole point of, like Brandon said, was to expand it to basketball or to baseball, to make it a little bit longer. But any of these other ones that are out there, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to jump in on those too.
Yeah, but look at landscapers. They only work 6, 8 months a year anyway, right? So you gotta take their business model and just form it to the fantasy league, right?
So I think the actual business model will be fantasy football for 4 months and then do landscaping probably the
Right.
other 8
Yeah,
months.
yeah, yeah. Get a couple trailers and lawnmowers. You speak
Yeah.
Spanish yet? Or hey, no, honestly though, where can I get a hat? And then 2, I'm gonna sign up because I have a service business, so I can't offer prizes or anything else. So I want to get a hat. I want to. And Justin knows this too. I'll boast you out however I can to get on this, and I guarantee you, I will finish last in whatever league I join.
We had a guy last year for the first time in 27 years not win a game. I mean, you would think that would be something that would happen on a regular. First guy last year to not win a single game. Hat size, you just got to let me know. It is a stretch fit. So you got to let me know if you want, what do I got? Medium, large, or large, extra large, or small, medium, or large, extra large. There's nothing in between. You have to ask Justin what he's got on his head because he's got a much bigger head than I got.
And when you retire, your hair gets longer too. So you got to take that in fact too as well.
Well, the reason even though it looks like it's shaved bald right now, the reason I don't take a razor to it is I figure if I have these little seedlings right here that are still showing, that means hair can still grow from there. The minute I take it all the way down to skin, I feel like that hair is never going to grow back. Justin, what size hat do you have?
It's a large, extra large is what it said.
It looks like your head's stretching it pretty good too.
I got a fat head and it's crooked.
Yeah,
so
do. All right. So Adrian, you just have to let me know what size you have. I think I have a few left of each one of the sizes. Give me an address, man, and I'll send it to you. And then, so for anybody who does possibly want to sign up or push to where to sign up, Jason took down the address earlier. If you go over to fsa-fr.com, whether you're on mobile or on the website, if you're on the website, you got full screen. You're looking down the right-hand margins, you'll see a big blue image that says join today. Click on that. That will take you through the JOT forms and get you to sign up. With the way that the page is set up on MFL, if you're on mobile, you'll have to scroll a little bit to find that join today button. But you click on that, go through the JOT forms. It's all PayPal. I know some people have a little bit of problem with PayPal. So if that's an issue with you, let me know. We can figure out alternate ways to do it. When you go in there, even if this is your first year playing, anybody else that you might be able to get join, we have 3 first-year memberships. It is, well, for the redraft, it's Legacy Rebrand, and then the Rookie Draft or the Rookie League. Just have everybody choose the $50 Legacy League. I'm not trying to look to make extra money right now. I'm just trying to fill the league. The whole reason that we do the Rookie spot at $65 is when we do the custom logos for everybody, that does cost us a little bit. So we're trying to offset that cost in future years. Every logo costs us about $30 between purchasing of and reworking for. So we're just trying to offset that cost a little bit by bumping up the price to $65.
Hey, Brian, how can I get more people? So I played in a Yahoo League and a ESPN League with guys from high school for years. How can I pull them from that? What's the selling point that I can say, hey, dump the ESPN and Yahoo and come onto your league?
So the couple things is, let's say we wanted to grab a whole league and bring them in, right? So we've got the country and the world actually broken up into regions right now because I actually have members in Australia. We got our first Australian member this year. We've got a guy in Greece. He's actually a Canadian MP that PCS'd over to Greece earlier this year. And I've got one guy that's in the UK and one sponsor that's out of Japan as well. So let's say, Adrian, you had 8, 10, 12 guys that you wanted to bring over, right? And you all still wanted to play against each other, but not only do you want to play inside your region against each other, you want to have the ability to play against everybody else that's in that league to be able to get those big prizes. You let me know, hey, Brian, I've got this group of people and I want us to keep us all under the same umbrella because we've been playing this long together. I make that happen based on the way I set up your region. So I can have you guys all together. There will be a regional champion at the end of that. the regional champion will have the opportunity to go play on for a world championship. Whoever is your regional champion, you're guaranteed at least $100. So you're going to double your what your membership was. For the person who runners up for that regional championship is going to go and play in a bowl game, which is sponsored by one of these great VRV sponsors. So you're going to get a prize out of that. But based on the 80 teams that we had last year, the purse at the end was $800. So it's more than 10 times what your money was to buy into. And then this year, depending on what the number of teams are, we could be approaching the same similar number, but we won't increase that because of the great prize that we have by Nature Coast tailgating at the end of it, which is that full-size custom cornhole boards plus bags, which retails at about $300. So you're getting that on top of the cash that you're getting. So the selling point would be big prize, big purse, custom logos, and a place for you to get custom gear with your logo on it. So this is my actual team after playing for 25 years with a team called the Nightbreed, in which, by the way, in 27 years of doing this, I've never won my own league. So if anybody thinks that it might be rigged out there, I have never even won my own league, right? So I have this, which is my team. I have several of my other fantasy teams that I purchase their hats off of, and I wear them as well. So hats, jerseys, T-shirts, hoodies. In fact, I just had a recent story where I was trying to go with a 24-year retired Air Force vet company called Hopco Sports that was making jerseys. I had a horrible experience, kind of like the conversation that happened just before we all got live tonight. I ordered these jerseys in April. I got them yesterday. After a whole big hoota-hata with all of that, with the first one coming being the wrong size, the guy promising me a second one. Both of them came. Granted, I've gained a little bit of weight from COVID, but still these things fit a little tight. Wasn't happy with the customer service that went along with it. And because of all of that, we've also decided to get into the jersey business. So if you want a custom jersey with your custom logo on it, we are currently went out and touched and felt and saw jerseys from a company that is local to us just yesterday. I will be going next week while I'm on leave to put some finishing touches on all of that. And we will have our first set of FSA custom jerseys in-house for you all, because I've already got a couple that are in-house for the business itself. So those are all the selling points: money, prizes, custom gear, jerseys.
Hey, maybe you can put the VRV logo on the shoulder or something.
Well, we actually talked to Justin not that long ago. We had our sit down with me, him, and Brandon when we were working on the new website. And I asked Justin if he wanted a prominent spot on the website. And he was very humble enough to say, no, this is all about you. I don't want VRV on there. You can put a little link on there for us if you want, which we are going to do for the VRV.
Well, you should see his car. He drives around this Dodge car with the big VRV on the back. So we'll see. We'll see about that.
It's sitting right here next to me. I got one on the car, and the other one's sitting here next to me.
Yeah, I didn't want, my thing was I truly appreciate it, but I didn't want, people are there for fantasy football. I didn't want, to be a distraction whatsoever. So that was my take on it. Obviously I'd love it, but I don't want to take away from the thing. So
you don't want distractions. So can you explain your TikToks?
Hey, ask Ashley what the TikToks have done.
TikToks are money, man. TikToks are money.
Yep.
That Ashley had some trouble on TikTok the other day while I was in Wyoming.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, we could chat about that after.
After, yeah.
So real quick, Brian, one more time, shout yourself out or where we can go find you at, man. And I truly appreciate you coming on. It's an honor having you on, brother.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I know this is this isn't the normal VRV type company that we have on here, so it's a little bit different. So shout out, go to fsa-fr.com. You're going to see a website that is the My Fantasy League. That is the landing page for us currently. That will change soon. Brandon and I are working towards a deadline of launching that website and the announcement of us combining with Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast on opening night of the NFL this year, which is September 10th. You can find us on all the social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have our own YouTube channel. We are trying to get the YouTube channel up to 100 subscribers right now, so we can get a custom YouTube channel. That's just an effort that we just reached out to try to start doing. You don't have to turn the alerts on if you don't want to, but go over to YouTube and type in Fantasy Sports Alliance. There are 2 channels. We had one years ago under my old Yahoo email address that we cannot delete for whatever reason. So you want to make sure you go after the one that has more subscribers, subscribe to that one, turn the alerts off, just so we can reach that 100 so we can get our custom YouTube channel. But you will find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We do a weekly live broadcast on Facebook every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m., 20:30 for those that habla on Facebook. And on nights that we don't have technical difficulties, it's actually not a bad show.
Right on, brother. I truly appreciate it, man. And seriously, go check out his stuff. It's truly incredible, like how in depth it is. It's absolutely amazing. Ashley wants to see your pug. Who's got the pug? Or are you guys talking to me? I don't have a pug. Oh, that other
Brandon
dog.
said something about a pug, and I love pugs.
Justin hates pugs.
Your doggy sitting TikTok.
Oh, that's a Frenchie, actually. She's a runt. That's my brother's dog. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little Frenchie.
Frenchies.
Brandon,
Oh, Frenchies.
if you let me come up and see the new shop, I promise the next sport that we expand into will be baseball just for you.
You can come tomorrow.
Any day you want. I'm here. Come on up.
I'll be up there soon, brother. I promise you.
And I'm telling you, I've got 30 or 40 people that'll jump on baseball immediately.
I might need your help running a league like that, man. Baseball is just so freaking difficult. 162 games and all of the shenanigans that go with it. It's just too crazy. I don't know how you do it.
I can help. I'm not commissioned in 2 different leagues right now. So I can help you.
Sounds like
But
a
if you
partnership
quit-
waiting to happen. It sounds like a partnership waiting to happen. It sounds like Brandon wants to be the baseball commissioner to me.
Ooh, I'll help.
We ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah.
Look, you keep delaying baseball, and I'm going to be able to draft my own 2 boys.
Hopefully.
Well, hey, on that note, I think anybody else have anything for Brian? Otherwise, I'm going to pass it around the room real quick. 1, 2, 3, no. All right, I'm throwing it up to you, Gold Star. You guys need anything? Man.
You guys muted.
Muted, yeah.
There it
He
goes.
does that he does that shit all the time. Yeah. No, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Oh wait, VRV 15% off coupon.
Ooh,
VRV 15.
sweetness. We'll slap that in there. Is that just for here? Or is that going in the Facebook group too?
You can go Facebook. I don't care.
VRV 15?
Yeah, if they're following Facebook, that's fine.
Copy that. Thank
Copy
you
that.
guys.
Roger.
All right, Ashley. Throwing it over to you. You got anything?
I have nothing.
Besides a boatload of TikTok followers now?
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, I heard
Wait a
video.
minute. I have to know what happened. Or since we're winding down now, are we allowed to talk about it now?
Yeah, I can, I guess. I'll go into it for a couple minutes. So we do the Red Friday things, and the whole point of TikTok is to use TikTok trends and sounds to bring awareness to different causes, right? Like that's, if you're on TikTok for a business or some other thing, like to me, that's the point of it. That's what everybody else does. And so last week I shot this idea over to Justin, sorry. And I said, hey, let's get on this Romeo and Juliet trend. And we can start off in our military uniforms or whatever business attire. And then we can do the transition to our red shirts. Justin's holding up his. So it like flips and you do this stupid dance thing, right? So Justin did his in his Air Force coveralls. And it went awesome. I did mine in my old Army mechanic coveralls, which are ACU, except they don't fit like they used to. And it was really tight if I put a shirt on under it. Kyla, earmuffs. So I didn't put a shirt on and I couldn't get it zipped up all the way. So there was plenty of cleavage showing when I did it. Mistake number one. Yeah.
Is there a video for this? I need proof.
Oh, there is. Justin, if you want to bring it up, I don't care. So, and I transitioned and I have my red VRV shirt on. And there's just a bunch of hate. Like, obviously, I have a vet bod and I don't fit into it like I used to. And so there's a lot of stupid trolls and haters on there saying that I'm a dependa, and some guy like demanding a DD-214 and just being stupid, you know? And I'm kind of a chill person. So I realized that responding to comments and having people comment on there helps the algorithm. But my second thing is hate breeds hate. So I did reply to some of the comments to the effect of, no, I am a veteran. And I did get kind of snippy on some of them. And then some of them decided to reply. And I don't think I replied to anybody who replied back to me, because I'm not going to sit there on my phone all day feeding the hate. So I reply once to set them straight, and two, I think the one guy, I even said, you're more than welcome to visit my website and look at my bio. If you're really, like, obviously they don't care that much. They're scrolling their For You page and just hitting, you know, hate comments on whatever they don't like. And then they're moving to the next one. They don't bother looking at your profile or reading any further into who you are. So whatever, that's fine. So my point is,
fuck the haters. They probably couldn't do 30 days at MEPS. Don't even worry about it.
So
Oh, I know,
Leanne
I
said
know.
that this guy has done it to multiple vets on TikTok. And so she made a response video to him yesterday
Who
in
did?
support of you, Leanne.
Yeah, she did.
And
Yep.
she said that he took the bait. Now he's been reported as spam and to the TikTok legal team for harassment and trying to illegally obtain privacy information.
Which is awesome, because if he's doing it to other veterans, then he needs to be off of there.
Because he's asking for DD-214s from veterans, like saying, I want proof, I want proof, I want proof. How about if I show you a picture of me in a uniform 10 years ago when I weighed 30 pounds less, and you can suck my dick?
Girl, if you don't show them this and get the hell on, I can't stand them. Mm-mm.
Hey, Josh in the comments had a really good point. You know, those haters are good. That gives you more exposure. You know, leverage those trolls to create better, more content, and just
So
bury their asses.
Here's the thing. So they didn't like my coveralls. So I made another video the other day. And so this one I actually did dig out one of my old tan t-shirts. And it's a sound from Friends, and I'm putting the top on and trying to zip it up, but I can't get it past my boobs. And there's even more hate on there, but I didn't
Damaris,
realize.
we know that one all too well, don't we?
The guys grow beards, and us, you know, veteran females, we grow boobs. That's what happens. Beards and boobs. Who's branding that? Somebody.
Well, and the bad thing is that if you're a female vet and you're pretty, they automatically assume you were a trophy wife, or you were a dependopotamus, or you were whatever term that they want to use.
Air Force.
Yeah, or you were Air Force. I was Army. Amaris was Army. I don't know what Ashley.
I was Army.
Yeah. See, so we were all
Army all the way.
All pretty females. I mean, but I get it all the time. You were in the Army? No way. You were married to Army, right?
Oh yeah.
No,
Are you wearing your husband's uniform?
No, I was in the Army.
Tell them you saw the uniform from their daddy after you left their house. That's what you need to tell them. Ask your daddy.
Hey, but that's
Hey,
a
I
good
think
point.
I think that the beards and boobs could be a good 501. Just saying.
Just give me 10%.
Oh.
I want 10%. That's it. Take it. I don't care. Just give me 10%.
But that's a good point. So one thing we did in my company was we were prepped for negative responses. And so what you have to do is sit back and write a response to somebody who hated your business or didn't like your service or whatever it was, not in the moment. And you know, think about it and rewrite it until it sounds nice and calm, and
Keep the
you know,
emotion
you can
out.
set them aside, you know, because if you respond immediately, you're like, hey, F you, motherfucker. I was there. I was in the shit. You know, no shit, there I was, you know, that story. So take a minute someday on a Saturday morning and write that letter to those negative responses. Now, TikTok's different. I get it. I did one with Justin, and thank God I wasn't in the video, because, you know, I would have got all kinds of Herman Munster and all kinds of shit about being in that stuff. But kudos to you girls. Hey, stick up for what you did. I support you guys in the VRV, but honestly, sit back sometime, drink some coffee, and write that response before you get your first negative response.
Yeah, it was good though, because I mean you're probably gonna hit what 60K tonight on that view tonight, Ashley.
Yeah, I've gained like, okay, here's the other part of it though. So I've gained probably 500 to 700 followers in the last week, which seems awesome, but they're all male, which is not my target market.
Use them.
My percentages. I sent Justin a picture of my percentages the other day.
They
I
all
was like,
have
this is not
anniversaries.
swinging.
Yeah, they've got anniversaries, birthdays. Say, hey, get your wife on here, have her make a wish list so you know what to get her.
And they all
Bad
forget it. So you got to
Ashley,
get in that express shipping too, right?
bad publicity is still publicity.
That's right.
All I gotta
Right.
say, Ashley, is I didn't show my boobs for your products, and I'm at 71K on your video. So
I know.
That's
Well,
right,
see,
Justin. Know your worth. Know
The
your
second video, I had the shirt on, and I thought that would go over as well, but I still got, okay, not as many nasty comment, like troll comments like I did on the other ones, but I deleted some of the comments from the second video because I was like, oh no, that is not staying on there. There was one guy, I honestly don't even remember what he commented, but I clicked on his profile and it says Joseph at the top. And all of his videos were videos of not even the same, but they were all different videos of women with large breasts. And I was like, he didn't have any of his own comment or content. And I was like, yeah, we're going to remove and block this guy because I don't know what he's doing, but I don't want any part of it.
We know what he's doing, honey.
Well, yeah.
no, there's like some things like TikTok's really good for exposure, but there's a whole nother side of it. I keep mentioning like all these underage girls shaking their booties. It's like an online Epstein Island sometimes. I'm like, what the hell's going on
Have
here?
you seen the ones with the
Justin.
brothers and sisters looking down each other's shirts and pants?
Yes.
That's
Hey.
grooming.
What?
Hey, I got a perfect TikTok idea for us, Justin.
I'm not showing my junk to you again, bro.
What? Why not?
Said again.
No, I was thinking doing a TikTok video in Ranger panties.
Yes.
Oh, you left those over here too, bro.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Air Force doesn't have Ranger panties though. We have to
means he
get him a
wants to come
pair.
back.
We have to
Or
So this
silky
one time
for
at
everybody
Justin's
else.
house,
Wash him and
silky
fold him
for
up and give him a
everybody else.
drawer.
It sounds like
Like
Kason Shaving Company needs to be part of this boobs and beards thing.
Like I said, wash them for him and give him a drawer if you like him. And if you don't, just
I
let him
I have an issue with what he just said though. Boobs and the beards. I've got a shaving company, so I obviously don't have a beard. Are you saying something about the man boobs?
Hey, respect all of them. Respect the tatas. We're equal opportunity tata lovers, everybody. Male and female.
Hey, I'm going back through the comments from you all tonight. Hey, Travis, appreciate all the comments that you made over here. I wasn't paying attention to them all until now. Thank you for that. Thanks, guy.
Hey, Al, real quick before I pass it over. I mean, I think Ashley, I think we nailed that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
You're
good.
Alan, when you get off one of these days earlier, because Adrian with Levity, he's down here in Colorado Springs right now training. So we need to all get together and do a Red Shirt Friday thing. So I got some ideas with that. All right, pass it over to Deep South. Brandon, you guys got anything?
Not really.
I do.
Oh Lord.
Well, Ashley, what you did was perfect, because as a mom of a preteen, when she's scrolling TikTok and all she sees is that, and it gives like makes them self-conscious and stuff that nobody's gonna like them, nobody's gonna appreciate them because they're not this perfect size 0 or size 2, or they were in the military or they weren't in the military, that girls can't do this and can't do that. She blew your TikTok up. Like, she's like, Mama, can I post it here? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I share it? She shared it with anybody and everybody in her contacts list and everything. She was like, y'all, they're bullying her for like no reason. And it got her going. It put her on a whole path of how she wants people to, how you view people and stuff.
That's awesome. Thank her. Is she around? Hey, honey, thank you. Keep the positive attitude. Don't let the haters hate.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So cute.
But like was it Brandon who said all the people who had the bad comments, they have no profile picture, they have no content. All they do is sit on there and scroll their feed and push out hate to everybody for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I replied to a couple for you, and then Brandon told me I had to stop.
Well, I mean, there's no need in hate, like you said. I mean, to an extent, and then when you realize that it's probably just like a ghost profile that they've got 30 of them, and they just go on and post hateful stuff, you got to pick which hill you want to die on at that point, and that's not, unfortunately. I'd love to be able to find them.
I love it. I'm like, bring it on for algorithm use, you know what I mean? But I even had one where I fake cut off my fingers, with my daughter, and I called her babe on it. And this dude's like, wait, did she call you dad and you're calling her babe? I'm like, really? I'm like, I don't think you want to go there with me, brother. So anyways, let him fill up our feed though with get the algorithm going. So I say bring it on. But with the women stuff, it's totally different. It's ridiculous. So shut up. Anthony, brother, what can we do for you? And Brandon did bring up a good point. You do look pissed off, like somebody did walk on the grass.
Oh no, I naturally look like that. No, other than another beer, just share out any posts or anything like that. If you happen to be trolling my site, surfing through or whatever, and you find something that's wrong or that needs to be worked on, let me know so I can correct it. Because I'm building the airplane as I fly it. Other than that, with to capitalize on the TikTok thing, Gary Vee was talking about this once, and it was you got to feel sorry for somebody who's got nothing better to do than scroll through and drop angry comments. I'm not sure why people do that. I don't know. I don't have that kind of time to be able to do it. And if it all goes the way planned, 18, 19, 20 September, I'm going to be at Fort Knox, Kentucky. So if anybody is near there, let me know. I'll peel away. I'm sitting on a first sergeant promotion board, which is a first sergeant selection board, which is something new that's happening. But it'd be nice to talk about something other than Army after hours. That's it.
Right on, brother. Good to see you. So yeah, keep piggybacking off him. We haven't had that word yet. So if you got him, throw him up. All right, Mike, Custom Zaps, brother. Good to see you, man.
I've got nothing right now, so I'm good.
Right on. Chris is good up there too with her. Oh, all right. Finger Lakes, what you got, Brandon?
I'm all right. Thank you.
Hey, good work with what you're doing with Brian, man. That website looks great. I can't wait for everybody to see it. It looks freaking phenomenal.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right on. All right, AJ with Levity, man. It's good to see you, brother. I'm sorry, with Hope now.
No, I'm all good. We're gonna link up and figure out how we can promote more stuff here in the city and everything else, man. It's you know me, I'm always pimping the VRV. But no, just everybody who comes up, just be aware I'm gonna buy your shit. I'll post it on my new site. Hope for Wellness is what we're going with.
Oh yes. Yeah, and you're the one that came up with doing the assault forward flag on my VRV hats, man. I freaking love it. Oh, you got it on now? Yeah. Well, we
Different
need to,
hat. This is my buddy here. No, I got a different hat on. Sorry.
we need to chat
I
too.
don't shower as much now since the COVID and all this stuff. My hair's everywhere, and I'm like, oh, what? I don't need a new hat. My next new hat's gonna be the wizard that Brian's got.
Hey, Adrian, I make sure you get your hat, man. We'll keep that hair under control for you, brother.
Adrian's got one of the baddest ass pictures I ever seen in Iraq too, man. I freaking love it. We need to talk too about Newman with Dart Wars with what he's doing here, Adrian. So I'll give you a call tomorrow on it.
All right, brother. Thanks.
Brandon, your turn's passed, bro. Throwing it over to Maris.
Hey, everybody. I don't need nothing.
Good?
Oh, yeah, pour me another one. I'm waiting on y'all. Piggyback.
Cheers.
I don't need anything.
And I just launched my latest podcast, was featuring her, so it's live now on the VRV podcast. Anybody wants to record a VRV podcast, let me know.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I get to send you out the link too. So sorry, it's been a fun week here.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Okay, you can imagine. I told him how we met, Jen.
I bet you did.
Speaking of creams, Travis.
What?
She must have sat on the cream to her coffee.
Yep. Sounds like another story.
Wait, pause. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm muting. I'm done.
Travis, what you got, brother? Oh, I can't hear. Oh, there we go.
No, I appreciate everything. Anthony, how's the shaving been coming along?
I enjoyed using it. I've used it twice so far because I don't shave every day. My wife used it to shave her legs, and she's like, "Ooh, feel my legs; they're very smooth." And I'm like, "You feel your legs anyway. What's the difference?" But she loves it too.
Great,
My
Brian. Brian, I'd actually love to chat with you a little bit longer, or at some other time about this too, or anybody else that's still in the military. I want to get some field testing of this stuff done. So if you guys have opportunities to actually, if you're going out on an FTX, if you've got an annual training, or if you've got anything coming up there, let me know, because, aside from it being a good shaving soap to use at home, the whole point of this is, so our soldiers can stop dry shaving. So if you got something coming up, let me know. I'd like to send you guys some cans out to do some testing.
We got guys going to Africa shortly and Eastern Europe. So I'll get some points of contact. I'll buy a couple and send it out to them in part of a care package.
Perfect.
Travis,
But besides,
I would love to try something. I just recently switched over to an electric razor because I was tired of actually using a blade. I'm tired of nicking my face up right now. In fact, I've got the biggest spot here on my nose where I cut it the other day. Too much information for you all. But anything that you've got, send my way. I would love to try for you all.
Yeah, that'd be great. But for the rest of you guys, you guys are awesome, especially on Instagram, the likes, the shares, I appreciate it. I'm going to be heading up to Colorado actually pretty soon, Justin. I don't know if you've ever heard of the group called Clandestine Media Group, RE Tactical, but they do media and our photography for my full-time company. And they're going to help set up some photo sessions for my shaving soaps. And one of them is going to be this full kitted out tier 1 operator looking dude in the bathroom shaving with the shaving soaps. So this should be pretty cool. But yeah, things are going good.
Right on. You know what? I got two things too, because I got a guy with my other business that I'm showing around. He's in a modeling agency which has people everywhere, so that might be a whole different spectrum outside of the military. And then I really want to probably get you in connection with Mac. He pretty much owns the Fort Bragg area. Obviously, those guys are doing a lot of good work, so we can talk later on that. All right, throwing it over to Jenna.
Thought you meant cream.
What happened? What? Okay.
I don't even know.
You're gonna have to listen to the podcast. Amara said it, not me.
You know what? I'm gonna listen now.
What are you talking about, y'all? I don't know.
I guess it's better than him calling me pineapple. No, but like, shares, follows. I mean, really, I have a photo mirror experience. So if you know anybody in the Low Country area that's getting married or having an event, or if you're going to be in the Low Country area and you want to hang out, just hit me up, because I pretty much sit at home and hang out with my Great Danes.
Me and Jen will be together on the 22nd.
Yes, we will be together that weekend. So if you guys are down here in that area around the 22nd, maybe we can have our own little VRV social.
Don't do that, Jenna. Don't
mean it that way. I'm not trying to be your cream, Amaris.
Doing. Y'all make me sick.
Oh, right on. Throwing it over to you, Yvonne, with the chive.
Okay, a couple of shout outs. I cannot tell you how much I love this group. You guys are amazing, but Caltex Design did our coasters, and they are beautiful. I've got the screen in the
throw it
back.
up closer.
Closer? No, it's because I got the dumb screen in the back and I don't know how to take it off. But yeah, they are beautiful. And a shout out to Ashley and Jenna, you guys. Just reaching out and, asking for help, and they both stepped up. And I just appreciate you guys. Love the group. I can't wait for the Christmas exchange now. I'm just like, this is an amazing family. Actually, even though that's not till later, make your account on Elfster now so that, we all have our accounts made up and stuff, and get that made up on Elfster. You don't have to, share it with anyone just yet, but get it made up, start getting that up and going. But yeah, just a shout out to you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys, and look forward to doing more great things.
Right on. It's super good seeing you. I'm bypassing you, Jason. I'm going to throw you up last. Adrian, you got anything, brother? The hell's been up with you, man? You've been quiet.
No, I'm good.
I'm so pissed off from earlier. Alan, you got anything, brother?
You meant me, right?
Sí,
señor. Oh man, no, just like everybody else, fucking shares, likes, fucking sharing the love. On the 14th or 15th, I will actually be launching the knives for pre-orders. So be looking forward for that. And then I have some cards that I need to send to people. I just got my new cards in, so I need to send those out. I think Amaris, I think you said you want some cards, right, for when you have events?
Absolutely. I've actually shared your some of your knives with some of my grooms, and they kind of like it. So I'm gonna need those cards like ASAP.
All right, yeah, just message me on the site with your address, and then I'll get some sent out to you.
Hey, how can we buy some of your shirts, dude? Those are awesome shirts. I tried looking through Insta and everything, and I couldn't find a way to buy it.
Yeah, just message me, like send me a DM through Insta or Facebook, and then we'll tackle it from there.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Right on, brother. It was good seeing you. Last but not least, Jason, what you got, brother?
Man, I'm good for this week. Again, just grateful for everybody to be here each and every week. These are these are great conversations. Brian, thanks so much for coming on and presenting, man. We appreciate you. If anybody wants to link up with him, we shared the website in the Facebook Live and in the chat. Other than that, man, I got nothing. It's late here on the East Coast. I get sleepy early.
Guess they don't make them like they used to.
Yeah. I wake up early still.
Oh, that was cool.
One quick question.
For everybody that's out there right now, if there's something out there, I'm sorry, Maris, I didn't mean to.
I just wanted to talk to Jason offline about a question I had that I can talk to him.
So I'm trying to catch everybody on the chat that's still out there. Follow you all at least on Facebook for right now. I would like to follow you on everything else, but I'm a dumb commo guy, and I'm trying to figure out all the social media stuff. So I'm trying to hit you all up on Facebook right now. I followed quite a few of you so far. I think I've got Custom Zaps and Jenna and Tactics Toys. And Adrian, I know Levity Float Center is not that anymore, so let me know what it is. I'm going to try to follow every single person that was on here tonight, so please reach out to me so I can do that. Over.
He said over.
I did say over.
That should be a word. But hey,
why not?
No, it's great seeing everybody. I absolutely love seeing these. So, we don't have anybody lined up for next week at all, I don't think. Do we, Jason?
Not that I am aware of. So it's wide open. If anybody on here has not presented yet, they're more than welcome to next week. Or repeats. We could do a repeat. And then maybe we can do something new. We can switch it up a bit.
Where's Mike with Custom Zaps? He's been shouting. Where are you at, man? You want to present next week? Because you've been showing a lot of love to everybody over here.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
Come on, Mike, do it.
You've been voluntold that you're going to do it next week.
Yep, done deal.
Colin shows.
I'm not allowed to say over, but she's allowed to say voluntold.
Women can do what they want. Leave me alone.
Come on, Mike.
Be out of town next weekend, but maybe in a couple weeks.
Copy that week after. All right. Well, if anybody wants to do it next week, hit up me or Jason, and we'll get it rocking and rolling. Brandon and Nicole.
Hey, if nobody wants to do it, I'll jump on it.
Hey, there we go. Hey, are you still here?
Huh?
Are you still here?
Nah, I gotta go back. I'll talk to you offline about it.
Copy that. All right. Well, I think on that note, I think that's about it. So seriously, thank you, everybody. Brian, everybody, please go and share a post from Brian. Brian, or if you want to put up a post regarding what, members or membership or whatever, if there's any way you can maybe put that out tomorrow or Saturday, and then we can reshare it for you, try to help boost you with member wise.
You want me to put it over on the VRV page?
Yeah, throw it up there, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you want
I'll
to throw it
do
up there, or your IG page, or obviously my biggest hit is IG page, so let me know.
Okay, I'll go over to your IG and I'll hit you up with something then.
Cool. All right, for all you TikTokers, we got a little video that's out too. That's pretty easy. So for the Red Friday. I guess
I'm gonna
that's it.
stop the live stream if anybody wants to stick around for alibis. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody.